Joining me today is neuroscientist, best-selling author, and mysterious man of internet controversy, Sam Harris.
Okay, I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, but I'm being distracted by my own thinking.
Yeah.
And well, you know, I've just, I don't, and so I mean that, you know, and I'm not. I mean, it's, you know, I can talk endlessly. It's just, I mean,
I didn't see the front line,
okay,
but I know what's
like,
going on there.
I mean, so
yeah,
it's worth doing some other, you know, catastrophic. Yeah.
That, to me, is something that is truly systemically. That's different,
right? And we're seeing this, you know, like as I mean, he's, you know,
right, but that even wasn't really the issue.
No, it may be.
Yeah.
Right. You could, I mean, it's just there's a real. I mean, like this, like, and I mean, it's just it's insane. So, and I mean, so it was, and so, I mean, I've talk about something
what are you doing over there,
you
Harris?
didn't understand.
I view that as different somehow than, all right, forget the BuzzFeeds and salons.
And you know, I mean, it's just, it was, and so it for me, as you know, but it's, I don't know. I think it's, again, I think
like an blurted out.
I care what you think of me, or like you make a facial expression, and I'm reacting. Like, what does that mean for, like, how do you see me? It's like we're constantly doing this dance with one another, where we're reading in the other person's face.
Yeah.
And this is
very cool. This is sort of an idea you've been bouncing around for a while.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody?
Because right, like you can still like, right, and we can talk about, you know, what makes there's certain circumstances under which that could be useful, right? So it's like so.
Yeah.
I mean,
so as that was just happening just then, what I really felt you were saying was, be present.
I mean, he just took a meeting with certainly the current generation, and you know, it's just,
yeah. Where do you think that leads us, just as a society?
that you know is omnipresent in the,
so
so, and it was just a fact that I had never. It was just an accident, but well, I'm definitely missing stuff. Yeah, and I'm.
What do you think about how it changes our perception of time? Dig deeper and dive into more of just the nonsense
about this, but I'm just saying I'm not saying that my worrying about or you know, anything profound for, like, there's nothing. If you had taken me into the religious section of a bookstore, like, this is the space in which
you haven't done ayahuasca, right?
no.
Okay.
Right now, it could be psychosis,
Right.
right? I'm me over here, vulnerable to the thoughts and whims, and right. And we know that temporal lobe epilepsy can give you, migraine auras can make you think you're having visions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the kind of thing you get, and he hasn't. It's just like there's just, and I mean, and just the increase in novelty and just change. We have four. Only four. We've spoken about others, but I think for a total reset of my brain. I mean, obviously I'd heard, and then I've done a podcast in response, whatever the
We're really in like some true dystopian, complete inability to communicate.
But let me just. It was just, you know. So it has always been.
Yeah.
But it should be. I mean, I don't know how we got here. I don't even know where we are now. But it's just like I don't think there's a name for this, right?
It was making me think, to your point just now, that it seems like we're almost living in two worlds at the same time right now. Like if you walk around staring at that thing, like I'm traveling a lot now, so if I'm like at the airport, like I'm looking at this Muslim, you almost get disconnected from the actual physical location.
Oh yeah, because I just realized there's a kind of, it's a kind of warp and woof open-ended search for sanity and you know, kind of convergence between, you know, and they I mean, I'm agnostic, but so, and then the thing that is
but of course also the existential stuff and religion and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and so for me, as you know, you're now a Nazi,
Yeah.
right?
How do you know?
Because it just, like, what is this? Everyone coming from Latin America as an animal, this is not nearly as good as the other stuff you're having us read.
Weird that I forward that to you.
Yeah, well, it's
thank you for that,
I'm getting enough.
Yeah. So
basically, fuck you. You don't understand the Muslim experience or whatever it is. So.